I'm fine. I'm just fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. These things happen every day. The main thing is nobody was hurt. We could have been here.
It's in my chest.
What do you mean you have a bubble? What is it? Is it pain?
If it was pain, I'd call it pain. I have a bubble.
Blanche, do you know what a bubble is?
I know what a bubble is.
I know what it is. I've had a bubble.
In your head.
A bubble is something that just sits there.
Not again without touching the doorknob.
Don't be too long! Rose, that is a happy woman in there. Now, I want you to promise that you will not say anything. Do you promise? Do you promise? Are you sure?
I won't have to look anyone in the eye ever again.
Except maybe Mr. Pincus.
I need our paper.
Afraid of the storm. 3 o'clock in the morning, she knocks on my door, crying, begging, pleading to get into bed with me. Just like your father used to do before we got married.
So what did you do?
I told him, you're not getting anything till you put a ring on my finger and a donkey in my father's barn.
Not Pop! But now you're here in front of me and you can't run away. And I finally get to have what you tried to cheat me out of. I finally get to say goodbye, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy,
I said goodbye, Stanley.
In New York, you think he has time to write letters home?
Hi, Grandma.
Don't hi me. You can't pick up a phone and call your own grandmother?
You look terrific, Grandma.
I know. So give me a kiss already.
Honey, I want you to meet my dear friend Blanche. Blanche, this is my son, Michael.
I would get up, but I've thrown my back totally out of one there.
I wonder what Rose is doing right now.
You mean you wonder if she's doing it right now?
No, I just wonder if maybe we didn't push her into something too fast.
What I can't understand is how in the world she managed to wait.
Something else.
Oh?
I might kill you.
Hey, but what are you talking about?
I've never told anybody this in my life, but my husband died while he was making love to me. Sit down. Hold me.
Blanche, you do realize you're in the minority on this.
Sophia, did you finish your shopping today?
Yeah, just about. It's unbelievable how much things cost nowadays. I just spent $89 for a doll for my granddaughter.
Ma, you had $89?
Don't be ridiculous.
I've been back in college.
Dorothy, ears pinned back. What, they use, a big ear stapler?
Okay, so I made a few little slips. But I can keep a secret, Dorothy. I'll prove it to you. You tell me what you got for Sophia, and if I...
You're gonna love this one, Sophia.
Oh, you know what it is? What about the blabbermouth? Does she know too?
Maybe.
She knows. Rose, after dinner, what do you say we ride over to the Dairy Queen for a couple of chocolate cones?
And what are you serving for dessert, Blanche? Penicillin? I'll do it my own way.
If you do it your way, you better use Jane Fonda's body. Otherwise, it'll be just the four of us for dinner.
But I think I'm too close. Did you have a poppy seed bagel for breakfast?
Will you put that thing down? What do you think you're doing?
Well, I'm making a video for my class at the junior college.
Oh, really? Gee, it sounds like fun.
Oh, I'm glad you think so, because I want you to be one of the stars.
Oh, Rose, I don't think so. No,
Sorry.
Well, you ought to be. What about Dorothy? She happens to be my friend.
There's no reason to bring Dorothy into this.
Hi, Elliot.
Well, hello, Rose. My, what is that marvelous scent you're wearing?
Fancy albacore tuna. I made a casserole for dinner.
Would you certain?
I'm sorry, Dorothy. Where was I?
it's not important. Listen, Rose, let's put this away so that Barbara Thorndyke won't see it.
Barbara Thorndyke is coming here? Wow, I've never met a real author before.
I have. I once stood in line 2 hours at a bookstore for Arnold Schwarzenegger's autograph.
You know, when I think of great...
Wanted cost more than the original down payment on my first house.
In Sicily, beds were dirt cheap. Of course, it was because you slept on dirt. Just an observation. If my name were Mark Twain, you'd be writing this stuff down.
Girls, you won't believe what happened to me this afternoon.
Hey, you got any decent nectarines?
There's nothing wrong with those nectarines.
Please, I got a bowl of wax bananas that'll be right before these,
You're crazy. This nectarine.
You're no good at this damn game.
They caught them. They caught the skunk.
Mr. LeBass, I want to thank you for coming on such short notice.
You're lucky I came at all. I got a horrible cold. I was so dizzy this morning, I lost my balance getting out of bed. I guess my equilibrium's shot.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel better once you're up on the roof.
Yeah, well,
Oh, tell us, Ernie, have you ever been married?
I'm divorced.
Oh, was the breakup caused by your drinking problem?
I don't have a drinking problem.
Were you cheating on your wife?
Is this a Barbara Walters special?
I guess the two of you want to get going.
Great. It was a pleasure meeting you all. Good night now.
Have fun. Bye-bye.
Guess.
Nobody asked you.
Was I talking to you? I'm talking to my daughter. To me, you don't exist.
And who's driving you to your niece's wedding in California?
Salvador, you're upsetting Papa. Would you please find a mechanic? It's freezing in here.
My course is a freezing in here. Mr. Ziti for brains decides to take a shortcut through Chicago.
Simply cannot go on eating like that at your age. You can't eat like that at any age.
But she didn't have a heart attack. You're absolutely sure.
I've got a portable EKG machine in the car. I'll double check, of course. But it doesn't seem like a heart attack. She's got classic gallbladder symptoms. A tenderness in the upper right quadrant, a slight...
Naive to think you'd give an old woman one last chance to regain her daughter's respect. Now I guess I'll just stick my head in the oven and see
right,
what...
Ma. Maybe guilt will work. But, Ma, this is the last time.
Oh, thanks, Pussycat. You won't regret it. Now, would you mind taking him out for a walk tonight?
Oh, Rose, hi. Listen, I just picked up these pamphlets at a cosmetic surgeon, and I want you to help me decide which alterations I ought to get.
Blanche, none of these women have any tops on.
Well, I know, honey. These are the after pictures of
Let me get this straight. Blanche couldn't get the hang of Dirty Dancing, but you could?
Dorothy, now do you see why I'm so embarrassed? Can you imagine a dance with movements just like making love and I can't do it?
Relax, Blanche. Maybe standing up is what's throwing you.
A stepladder into this gigantic punch bowl.
So, what happened?
Nothing. He just swim to the side and hop out.
I mean, what happened between... Blanche, what are you doing lining shelves on a Friday?
It's been so long since I changed a diaper, I figured I'd practice before the baby gets here.
Ah, hello, Martha. Where were you?
I'll give you a hint. The guest of honor had lipstick on her teeth and didn't give a damn.
Who died? My best friend, Lydia.
I'm so
Pearl body locked together in a frenzy of love.
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche, it's her letter.
This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
How are you going to explain this open letter?
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Blanche, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Goodness, I better sit down. Dorothy just said she had bad news.
Oh, well, since you got here first, you go ahead and tell her
No,
your
you
bad-
go ahead.
No, really.
Look, I insist.
I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes.
Well, I feel awful, just awful.
Listen, if you don't want tonight to turn into a total disaster, you have to stop being so self-conscious.
Oh, well, you're right, of course. Dr. Newman is a guest in our home. If I'm self-conscious, he'll be ill at ease. I can't allow that to...
So, what did you do?
I walked into that gymnasium on Benjamin's arm. Heads turned, jaws dropped. While the room was buzzing all evening, I didn't care. I had followed my heart.
Please understand, I come from a very religious
I
family.
can't believe this. I've been agonizing over this relationship, and now you have the nerve to
Rose,
say-
please lower your voice. People are staring at you.
Staring at me, they're staring at you.
Well, yes, but I'm used to it. I'm a very snappy dresser.
Yes, but mostly because I don't have to swim with a duck in my mouth.
Boy, when the president gets here, am I going to let him have it? What do you think I should hit him with first? Inadequate funding for education, the plight of the hungry and homeless, pollution.
And it started making a wheezing, coughing, rattling kind of a sound every time it goes up a hill.
Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Those are the sounds Tony Triano made the night they wheeled him out of the home on a gurney.
That car's in terrific condition. All right, sometimes it's a little hard to turn over in the morning.
Tony Triano? Blanche, I'm trying to decide what to get Dorothy for her birthday. What do you think about this? Good-looking, single white male seeks fun times on a regular basis.
Well, it's something she doesn't have.
Hi.
Dorothy, you're home from school.
Oh, Ma, do you realize...
And then when he asks you who does good body work, you give him your phone number.
And this really works?
Well, not this time. I had this really cute guy in a Jag lined up when this dork in a duster cut in front of me. And I nicked him in...
Dressing provided an emotional outlet.
I may be old-fashioned, but why didn't he just drink?
Tell me, is Big Sally coming to the funeral?
Sophia, Phil's wife's name is Angela. Why do you call her Big Sally?
Because she hates it. Just as she probably hates the fact that I talked Phil into being buried.
You're in a good mood, Rose. Is someone expecting her special visitor tonight?
Oh, don't be silly, Blanche. I haven't had my special visitor in years.
Hey, neither have I. It's amazing how when you live with women, you get on the same cycle. Well, Dorothy, I'm ready to go to work. How do I look?
Oh, Ma, you look adorable.
Adorable. I want to look aggressive, powerful, like a corporate killer.
Lose the hat. Perfect, perfect. Now you look like the activities director at a retirement home.
Bill has film in it. Oh, I'll bet these are the pictures from Charlie's last birthday. I took most of our savings and I bought him a couple of acres of the most beautiful land in Minnesota. Oh, girls, you should have seen the look on his face when it was delivered.
Dear, how to keep her entertained.
Honey, the important thing is to spend time with her. Why don't you do something that both of you enjoy? Why don't you take her to the movies, to the beach? Why don't you take her to the petting zoo?
The petting zoo? Dorothy, even I don't go to that club anymore.
You and I just have to tell you all about it later.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. Imagine landing herself a doctor and she still wants to finish college.
That should give them something to talk about.
Children, then me. And that kind of marriage just can't work. At least it can't for me.
Blanche, I can be there for all of you. I can do it. I've been able to do just about anything I set my mind to. I know I can do this too.
Richard, nobody can do it all. Now,
Having trouble with this course, and I'd hate to see you have to repeat it.
you know, Professor Cooper, I've been thinking about what you said, and I have no intention of repeating this course.
Good. I'm glad you decided to take me up on my offer.
Oh, I'm declining your offer, but I do want to thank you.
For what?
Well, thanks to you, I'm more important than passing your damn course. So you, sir, can kiss my ass. Oh, thank goodness I have been worried sick. Do you realize it's almost 2 in the morning? I was about to call the police.
You should have. That's who we were with.
What? What happened?
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, well, all right, but somebody tell me before I die in suspense.
My brilliant daughter scalped the tickets to an undercover policeman.
Now, get off my back, huh?
You're lucky I was with you. You'd still be in the...
Shut up, Rose. Well, excuse me. I didn't realize it was Gag Up on Rose Day.
I have been cooped up listening to your stupid stories for 3 days now. You're just lucky it isn't String Rose Up from a Tree Day.
Well, I'm not going to let you two gloomy gusses rain on my parade. I'm just...
No.
Must you do that?
She can't help it, Blanche. She has to blow her nose. Or is that a banana? Kitchen is?
Well, I figured the way I've been crashing into everything, you'd rather get it.
Maybe you should get your drink of water yourself.
I thought you said you'd look after me, Rose.
Lily, if you can't even get yourself a drink of water, you're helpless. And that scares me.
How do you think I feel?
Well, I think you're scared too, but you won't admit that you need help. Professional help to get on with your life. Oh, I've given this a lot of thought, Lily, and I really think it's the best way.
Rose, you're not coming back to Chicago with me, are you?
No.
How can you turn your back?
An hour ago.
Hey, we could crush some Oreos on top.
We ran out of those 2 hours ago.
How about some whipped cream?
I think we still have a can. I'll get it. It's in my bedroom.
Never mind, Blanche.
See, it starts out red, and then if it doesn't change color, if it stays red, they say you're not pregnant. But if you are pregnant, then it turns light pink or light gray.
I had drapes that color once. I think it's called puce.
Is that what puce is? I always wonder.
That's what the decorator told me.
And then, you're gonna love this. Dom DeLuise takes me by the arm and insists I tell Bert the story.
Sophia, I don't want to hear any more about it.
Not even the part when Bert and Dom insisted I repeat the story to Lonnie Anderson?
Oh, Sophia, look here. Here's a postcard from Big Daddy and Margaret. They say they're having the time of their life honeymooning in the Bahamas.
Please, the big news is he lived through the wedding night.
Well, it has to be better than spending it alone. I mean, see, Christmas for me is whoop, 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 whoop. Christmas for me has always been rotten and lonely as long as I can remember. I always have the Christmas spirit, but no one ever seems to notice. I never get gifts, cards, dyed eggs.
Dyed eggs, that's Easter.
Another rotten holiday.
You can force us to stay here all night, but I'll be damned if you're going to force us to celebrate the most joyous holiday of the year with you.
Yeah, but
I've been sitting in the backseat of the car for half an hour. What am I, a dachshund?
Ma, be careful.
Oh, I am chilled to the bone. I've never seen seen it be this cold in Miami.
You know, I think that storm is getting worse.
I disagree. I think the storm was at its worst.
Josie, you're the prettiest girl in the county.
Shut up! Go on, Biff.
I need your answer now, Josie. What's it going to be?
I want you to take me, Biff.
I don't.
Look at that. She likes me.
Oh, thank God. Emily, pack up your diapers. You're on your way home. Ma, why didn't you use your key?
I left it home. I thought it would weigh me down.
You're kidding!
Please. There's a natural build to these kind of stories.
Sorry.
So, finally, the race was underway. I start off slow. I'm cagey, like a panther. But when the time is right, I pounce. The crowd is on its feet. Sophia, Sophia.
It's a chocolate soft drink.
I never had one.
You know what? I bet if we had to, we could do a pretty good job of raising Emily.
I don't know if we'd have the physical energy, but I'm sure it would be a lot easier for us after all we've been through.
What did we on this one? What happened to me at bingo tonight was no accident.
No, I didn't realize how late it was. I really should be going. Thank you all. I had a wonderful time.
It was nice meeting
And I'll see you on Saturday at the youth fair.
I was hoping we could have dinner before that. I have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, sure. Well, how much more can you see?
I don't know, but I'm going to move down front and find out. Dorothy, what time did Mario say he was coming over?
As soon as he hears from the
On
judge.
fork at dinner. I know. Tonight you said our differences don't matter. But they did before. And they will again. Blanche, knowing you has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my whole life. Remember that.
Jake.
Blanche. Bye, Blanche.
Go.
To meet with Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan and Marlo Thomas. They're going to drink white wine spritzers and try to figure out how to fry your wandering male behind.
Dennis.
Kate, we have to talk.
She has nothing to say to you. Dennis, now get out.
Mom, you don't have to speak for me. Dennis, get out.
Kate.
Come to dinner tomorrow.
Oh, hello.
Hello, I don't think we've met. I'm Martha McDowell from next door.
Hi, Martha. I see you've met my son Alfonso and my grandson Bobby. They're here from New York on a fishing trip. Thus far, all they've caught is a cold. Nice. Things I could help you with. Should I go on this mission is out of my area of expertise. Who do you think I am, Oliver North?
Ma, you're not making this any easier.
All right, then. If you think it'll help you land this Al character, you should do it.
Al? Who said anything about landing Al? What, do you think I'd risk my life for Al?
Or if it had been your birthday, I probably would have still asked the clerk down at Tuttle's to help me pick out a tie for you. Oh, I bet that would have gotten me some strange looks from the sales staff. Although they already look at me strangely. Because of the time I tried to special order a double-breasted navy.
A hand puppet, Rose.
Honey, I am so sorry.
I knew you shouldn't have gone to Columbia University. It's in New York City, for heaven's sake. A subway runs right through it. You want to go to college where there are green lawns and willow trees and young men.
What's your Edna?
Edna.
Did she like the beach?
You ever notice the birds?
I'm asking you about your late wife. You're asking me about birds?
At the park, they want you to feed them, but here they take care of themselves.
Here they could.
Remember? And I was wearing that blue sequin dress. Will you quit complaining, Marty? It's going to be fun.
You said we were going dancing tonight. You failed to mention it was a dance marathon.
Well, the first prize is $1,000, and I have to have that money. I'm in desperate need of medical attention.
Way out of hand. First of all, there is no such thing as a curse. Now, all right, we've had a little bad luck, but ladies, I mean, that's life. I mean, when you look at it, has anything that out of the ordinary really happened?
Sophia,
We're all going to be turned into kumquats.
what is she talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. I've been known to cast a curse myself. Do you think Shelley Long was really tired of playing in Cheers? Wrong, baby. I was tired of her.
My turn to cook dinner. What does everybody want?
Nothing for me, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Oh, now, honey, don't let this get to you. It's something you can't do anything about.
I've always believed you can fix a problem, no matter how big it is, if you just put your mind to it.
How are you going to fix this nuclear war thing? By writing a letter to President Reagan?
Well, now, that would be pretty stupid.
Girls, I dropped off the folder, talked for 2 hours, helped him pick out his tie sock hanky combo, and came home. Now, nothing else happened. I swear. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, how are we going to help him get out of this?
Well, I guess we're on. Well, we better get going, Ted. We want to get a parking space at the nude beach before all those perverts show up.
See you tonight, Doctor.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was pretty embarrassing.
I know, Dorothy, but what could I do? He just practically threw himself.
Having a nice time, Dorothy?
Wonderful.
Me too. This reminds me of when we were kids and you and Stan double dated with me and Lois Byrne.
Oh, yeah, we went to Roseland and you and I did the jitterbug.
And afterwards to Louis for a malt?
Yeah.
Dorothy, you're not moving. It reminds me of our wedding night.
I don't want to dance with you.
Dorothy, please, this is really important. Today, Ted called the airline and booked 2 seats for Acapulco. What does that mean to you?
That he doesn't have a trunk?
I just didn't want to face you after all those things I said.
Honey, I understand.
Well-
I understand why you were so upset.
I'm not really sure you do, Dorothy. You see, I threw myself at Ted, and he just... Swin, you can't be serious. You're not in love with me.
Yes, I am, Blanche. I know it's sudden, but I feel it in my heart.
His father is going to kill me. I'm in charge of
Swedish machine.
I understand, Swin. Go on. Go on.
I'm coming, Olga. Oh, Cousin Rose, thank you. Oh, thank you all. Huh? Oh, wait, what about my clothes?
They're ugly. Any other questions?
Send them to you. Now, you two be on your way. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful. He just dropped me.
Blanche, come on. You had no interest in Sven.
Well, that's not the limbo under the clothesline.
But I can't accept it.
Okay.
I only have half of the $2,500, and since I don't qualify for a bank loan, I'm just going to have to sell some of my stuff.
Hold it. No daughter of mine is selling her stuff.
Why do I feel like I just fell through the looking glass?
Blanche, how can you, of all people, say something like that?
Well, Rose Nyland, I have never lived with a man without the benefit of marriage.
Excuse me, Blanche. I think what you mean is you have never lived with...
I remember my mother making me practice the tuba 3 hours a day, 7 days a week for 10 years. Oh, I hated it. But it finally paid off.
I didn't know you played the tuba.
Oh, I don't. No, I gave it up. But I can blow 32 pounds of air into a tire in less than a minute.
Yes. Murray Gutman?
Oh, maybe we can get him to turn his jacket inside out. I'm sure the lining isn't as loud.
His tuxedo has nothing to do with it.
I don't understand.
He can't come to the club.
Why not?
Gutman.
What are you talking about?
Gutman. He's Jewish, isn't he?
Welcome, Blanche Devereaux.
Our next two contestants are brothers from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Blanche, that entire introduction was nothing but lies.
I know, and I just loved it. Did you hear that applause?
Is that all you care about, money and applause?
And sex.
Hey, I have a chiclet here somewhere if you're fighting over a piece of gum.
Hi, Sophia. I didn't notice you there.
Well, I noticed you, and I noticed your hands all over my daughter.
Do you hear your daughter complaining?
I apologize, Sophia.
A puff for Louis the Ice Pick.
Ma, you said Charles de Gaulle.
Yeah, right. I slept with Charles de Gaulle. I could have been the first lady of France, but I married your father instead. A man who cleaned his toenails with a shrimp fork. Dialect. Actually, every town has its own dialect. Actually, every household has its own dialect. This also explains why the Italian army is as effective as the Jamaican bobsled team.
Malinteso, ma io posso rifare tutto. Cambierò questo garage in una stanza da letto.
He says he's sorry he made the mistake. This might be the ideal time to leave for that Mother's Day brunch.
I remember the last Mother's Day I spent with my mama. I was back in Virginia. Mom had been ill for some time, and she was recovering in a convalescent home. It was a lovely place. You stay right there. I want you to... Why, darling, I just came out here to give you away with my blessing. Why, I think Marion Deck might be the best thing in the world for you, Blanche. Well, at 17, I wasn't about to do anything you wanted me to do. And you knew...
Darling, didn't I ever teach you anything? No true lady ever tells her age.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Hills, charming homes. Yes. Full of idiots.
Yes.
What? I never saw anything like it. Must be the water.
I grew up in St. Olaf, and most of my family still live.
Which of you was Fidel's girlfriend?
Oh! My God! He had his burro hitched to every bedpost in town.
But that's good news, girls. That means your cheap animal like Lust didn't have anything to do with killing Fidel.
Refund on this lamb chop. It looked fine in the case, but when I got it home, the bottom was all fat.
Come with me.
Sophia, please. I don't want to make trouble.
When's the last time you saw me make trouble?
Aisle 3.
Relax.
Sir,
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I already told you.
That's right, and the town fathers took down his picture. It had always hung in the St. Olaf Auto Shop, right next to Andy Granatelli. My mother used to date him. You know what he has under that trench coat?
A wrench?
That's what Mother called it.
Oh, hi,
well, hello there.
You guys ready for bed already?
Yeah, I guess we are.
We're very tired.
Yeah, we took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day.
And the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days...
What? Get out! Out! Yeah, Dorothy. Oh, nice going, Dorothy. It's not going to be easy to get him to come back here for another house call.
I cannot believe that you asked this man to examine my mother.
That's one doctor whose bedside manner I have no interest in.
We definitely need a second opinion.
I wouldn't go to bed with him either, Dorothy.
So, what did you think of the apartment?
Too many old people. All those hearing aids interfere with the cable TV. Huh, you want to like...
everybody. We've got some great news.
We found a place. It's absolutely perfect. It's near the beach, it's reasonably priced, and it's just the right size.
Ma, that's great.
We're so excited, we can't wait to show it to you.
The Fender Hooven Rocket. Oh, it was a beauty. Fritz really had vision. Actually, he had double vision, which is why it had 8 tires.
So, what happened?
It never got off the ground. Bad promotion.
How's it going?
Ma, what are you doing here?
I was feeling a little better and I wanted to get some fresh air. How's business?
We've only had 2 customers all day.
I think it's because it's such a nice hot day, they're all in the water.
That's your problem? You can't get the people out of the water? Amateurs. Let me show you how you run a pizza knish stand at the beach. Shark! 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 Now they're out of the water, start selling.
But believe it or not, most businesses aren't anxious to train a 55-year-old black hotel porter. Go figure it, huh?
It's all about pressure. From family, from professors, from friends. No room to slide, have to be perfect. Guess what, Blanche? I'm not perfect.
A special bond. I can't imagine life without her telling me what a yutz I am, what a lousy husband I was, how my toupee looks like a monkey's behind. God, I love that woman.
I do too. Oh, what are we gonna do if she doesn't make it?
She's going to be fine. Comes to you, but we happen to love her, so we want to know how she is regardless. So from now on, I want to be informed every hour on the hour. Do you understand me?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll see that you're kept informed.
You were magnificent.
I have my moments. Well, what do you want? Have some sympathy.
Hey, you met this DeKimmel character. You try having sympathy for a guy like that.
DeKimmel? You mean Jasper DeKimmel?
That's right, you got it. Pablo personality.
Oh, girls, listen to me. When a famous artist like Jasper DeKimmel dies, the value of his work doubles sometimes.
Heading of lust.
I'm really confused.
Look, life is tough. I'm not happy that a fellow human being is passing away, but it's out of our control. If we don't make a few bucks on this deal, somebody else will.
Okay, Blanche.
I don't know why you all are so stingy with your ice cubes. They are free, aren't they?
Blanche.
Ernie, you notice how I keep interrupting you. It's because I don't want to hear what you're going to tell me. He called and canceled again, didn't he?
Sorry, Blanche.
Oh,
He told me to buy you anything you'd like.
really? Well, then get out your phone book and open it to the jewelry section.
That feather from Vito meant he's somewhere down here in Miami. So now it's up to me to take care of him.
Oh, Ma, come on. Do you really expect us to believe that you're going to go through with this?
Believe what you want, Dorothy. Sicilians take these things very seriously.
What wonderful things have you got planned for tonight?
Nothing. I was going to cancel, but my therapist wouldn't let me.
Perhaps if we spoke to him together.
I'm sorry, I'm still not really recovered. You see, after 25 years of marriage, my wife Roberta sent me a Dear John letter.
That's terrible, married 20.
Couldn't bear the thought of spending even one day out of the rest of his life without me right there. And then he said, Blanche, would you be my wife? And after I stopped crying, I said yes.
Blanche, you're right. Love is...
Ma, all I want us to do is go away together, just the two of us. Ma, we'll go anywhere you want to go.
Great, I want to go to Disney World.
Then that's where we're going.
Oh? All of a sudden you're going to take me after I've been asking for years?
That's right.
Leave your shoe sizes. Let me know whether you want your moccasins in brown or black.
Something I've never told you girls. I spent the first 8 years of my life at the St. Olaf Orphanage. Gunter and Alma Nyland are my adoptive parents.
How come you never told us about this before?
Oh, I loved my parents so much, I really never think about it. But I sure did before I became their daughter. When I was at the orphanage,
Oh, no, what's everybody doing up? We settled this. The kid wants to fight, and we need him to fight. There's no problem here. Everybody back to bed.
Ma, stop that. Look, we have to consider this very carefully. We could be holding the man's fate in our hands.
I once held a man's fate in my hands.
It's been so long. Boy, you look... It's been so long.
I know, and you look exactly the way you did at our high school graduation. Of course, rumors were that you were 3 months pregnant.
That loss, Dorothy. You just picked up the pieces and went on. Just like you did after Stanley ran off with that stewardess. Boy, I envy you your gumption.
Yes, and I, your breast implants.
This may not be my place, but you...
Truly, Si, I'd be delighted to do it.
Beautiful.
Guess what? I'm going to be in that commercial with Ma.
Dorothy, I told you I don't want a bunch of strangers traipsing through my kitchen.
We'll pay you $1,000 a day.
Allow me to give you the grand tour.
Oh, no, don't come in here.
Rose, are you all right?
Never better. Why do you ask? Well, maybe because yesterday you acted like a crazy person.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was a little on edge. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Rose, what are those pills for?
The doctor, I'll draw a face on my hand.
Ma, what are you doing up?
I've got an hour till my paper route starts, so I thought I'd do some chin-ups. I was worried about Rose. I'm a member of this family, too.
I'm sorry. Ma, that's really very sweet, considering that we have to get up so darn early.
Isn't as nice as they seem?
Of course we will.
Will you believe me when I tell you about how our pig Lester always predicted the Best Supporting Actor Oscar winner every year since
Don't push it, Rose.
Okay, I forgive you.
Oh, there he is. I've been looking all over for that dog. Harry Weston just pulled. Take care of him.
Ma!
I already take care of you three, so I'll do a little more cleaning, a little more cooking, and make up one more bed in the morning.
Sophia, you don't make my bed.
I know. It's impossible to put a fitted sheet around a big, hairy guy named Ed.
Hello, everyone. Isn't it a lovely...
No, I did not order 40 fry pans. It was 40 bedpans. I'm sorry, you were telling me.
What we wanted to talk to you.
Sorry. Hello. Oh, good. Tell him to drop it off at the South End loading dock. Right. I'm so sorry. It's always like this.
That was an expression, Sven.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think Rose got the brains in that family. Listen, let's make a pact. If we decide to keep this house, we're going to limit the number of
100%?
100%.
Tip-top?
Tip-top.
Then, Mr. 100% tip-top, why the hell does she feel like hell?
Look, Ma...
Wait, I gotta hear this.
It could be functional.
Functional?
Mental.
Mental? Well, let me tell you something, Mr. 100% tip. Ribs, great. Why don't you just kick the dentures out of my mouth?
What they did then was, since the grave was still open, and everybody was right there, and Gustav and Bergstrom had been partners, so they put Bergstrom in with Gustav and had a double burial. Unfortunately, later they... Good luck, Dorothy. I hope he finds something wrong with you. I don't mean something wrong. I just mean something wrong so that you know you're right when you know there's something wrong, and you haven't been wrong all along.
My God, I can't even understand people when they're speaking in
Findings. There are new diseases arising all the time, things that we don't necessarily have tests for. But that doesn't mean the diseases don't exist.
See how terrific the Chinese are with the most terrific food. Tasty, but not fattening. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't get hungry an hour later.
Well, let Dr.
Give you swollen glands, sore throat, and all the other symptoms. Now, there are certain blood tests which we'll do, and if those results are abnormal, that combined with the exclusion of the other diseases will compose a profile that actually thousands of people fit.
So I really have something real.
I would say you most certainly do. But we should have our answers in a couple of weeks.
How long will it last? I mean, will it go away? Does it get worse? Does anyone die from it?
Well, no one has died from it. We don't know how long it lasts. Some people seem to recover in months, some still have it after 10 years. But that happens in other diseases as well. You take multiple sclerosis. Some people have 20-year remissions, others wind up in wheelchairs.
I don't believe it. Another rejection. And this one isn't even personal. It's a form letter. They just filled in my name at the top.
But I think it had to come over by mail.
I bet this is more fun than giving blood.
I've waited long enough. That doctor has wasted enough of my time. Come on.
Enormous lips.
Anyway, Ma told me that once I started shaving, I'd never be able to stop. I mean, she said I'd regret it for the rest of my life because my legs would have bristles.
I was right. By the time you were 16, I could grate cheese on your knees.
He's gonna pop the question.
Oh, I don't know that.
Of course you do. What else could it be? Oh, honey, congratulations.
You're more excited than I am.
Well, why not, Dorothy? Just think of it. Life with a successful attorney. The summer homes, the glamorous social circles, those impulsive little trips to Europe with rascally romance.
All creatures must learn to coexist. Back where I come from, they do. That's why the brown bear and the field mouse can share their lives and live in harmony. Of course, they can't mate or the mice would explode. You know, this reminds me of the story of Gunilla Ulfsdotter, St. Olaf's very own angel of death.
Tell it, Rose, tell it.
Really? All the way through?
All the way through, but please try to make the end come as close to the beginning as possible.
The guy says, "My St. Bernard." I thought it was your St. Bernard. I gotta go wash my mouth out with soap. Good night, everybody.
All right, there he goes, the bad boy of comedy, Dirty Dickie Hertz.
Not living together in the same house, we go through so many hormone changes that some nights we can actually read by the hot flashes. No, you know, it's really interesting when one of us dates an eligible man, or as we call them, a live one. To your boss about your workload. Wallowing in self-pity is not going to help.
How are you feeling, Dorothy?
My life is falling apart and now Rose is bothering me.
Dorothy, I'm sorry I bothered you.
I'm sorry I snapped at you, Rose. It's just that I'm upset.
No.
What a shame. We finally have something in common and I'm moving.
I've never done anything like this before. Tell me, is it possible to love two men at the same time?
Set the scene. Have we been drinking?
Gee, she could have at least said goodbye.
Oh, it's you. I thought maybe Sophia had come home. You remember the other day when you said you thought it was time that we were friends again? I believe I'm ready to try.
Look about.
Oh, that's my favorite lie.
Dorothy, you'll be sorry.
Oh, Ma, come on. We liked each other. He's a funny, warm, giving man. He made me laugh. I am seeing him.
All right, go ahead, meet your adulterer. But remember, you were brought up a lady. Keep both your feet on the floor.
You don't have my personal identification number, and you'd never guess it in 1,000 years.
Rose, honey, it's right here. You've written it on the card.
Well, that's because I have trouble guessing it, too.
And there's a better chance of finding a doctor.
First, Becky conceives in a clinic. Now she wants to deliver in a bedroom. She's got the whole thing backwards. Oh, this is all wrong. What kind of dope would want to have a baby here?
This place makes me want to...
Oh, will you just look at him?
Mrs. Devereaux, that's the umbilical cord.
Oh, well, look at her. Oh, look at this Becky. She's wonderful. Oh, my gosh. She's almost...
It's me, Stan.
Hi, Stan. Come on in.
Oh,
It's good
Stanley,
to-
how nice of you to stop by. Bring me anything?
Of course. Now, who's my gorgeous gray-haired gal?
It's me, isn't it, Stan?
You're right.
Wow, a Game Boy. Very nice.
It sure is. Now, who's your favorite fella? Sophia, who's your favorite?
Well, this has been very difficult for me, but I want you to know I forgive you.
I don't need your forgiveness. I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. Blanche, your father and I were in love. We didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. Now, in another time and place, we would have been married. But at that time in the South...
Let me handle this. Rose, you obviously had a very traumatic childhood. Now, I need to hear your whole life. I want you to start at the beginning and tell me your first memory.
Ma, I'm sorry. I didn't want your last days to be like this.
Close your eyes and think back. What do you see?
But I didn't have the time. Yeah, well, that was my fault, Kevin, for interrupting the high school experience with a book.
Hey, you didn't know?
Kevin, what are you going to do when you're out in the world competing with young men who have applied themselves?
I'm going. I'm going.
Talk about your mixed emotions. Blanche, I know this is crazy, but I talked to him and I really think it is George. And I think you should talk to him too.
I'm scared.
Listen, if you need us, we'll be out on the lanai.
And miss this like hell we will.
Shady Pine yet. Besides, Blanche needs me now. Look, I have to go. No, Sonny, no. All right, if I do it, will you hang up? I got you, babe.
No, wait, Dorothy, have you made a decision?
Yes, I have made a decision. Sonny, I think that Lyle is the sweetest, kindest man I have ever met. And what you have done here is a totally underhanded, inexcusable abuse of power. Oh, Sonny, the power!
But Dora, the photographers, wave to the fans.
Rose, they're about to announce the winner.
I wish Blanche would have come to see me win my award.
Honey, this thing with Doug and Clayton has been pretty rough on her.
Just to bring me up to speed.
Besides, it's always next year.
Well, I've made a decision. I'm going to throw myself into charity. I'm going to spend all my free time making other people's lives better. I lost sight of the real goal. It isn't about fancy banquets. It isn't about getting your name in...
How much longer are we going to circle the airport, Rose? You want to bring this baby in?
Well, when she took the puppy to get his shots, the vet told her the bad news. He said, Mary Jane, this is no chihuahua. This is a rat.
Dan asked me to marry him.
And?
And I accept it.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, I sure as hell do. Group hug. Oh, honey. Oh, Dorothy. The ring. The ring. The ring.
Oh, Dorothy, it's beautiful. Oh, are those better?
I want you to know how grateful we are that you are seeing us at this time.
Did I sit down? Have I sat down yet?
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, am I this short? My God, you two are like a couple of redwoods. Pretend you didn't hear that. I'll see you tomorrow.
Get nervous at weddings. Weddings and funerals. I've been to so many of both that I get mixed up. Same guest list, same flowers. Handful of rice, handful of dirt. The only difference is after the funeral, it's okay to date.
Welcome, Dorothy.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
So, can you tell me what it... Oh, so tell me, Dorothy, what's it like being a substitute teacher?
Look, Rose, honey, excuse me, but I think you should take another tack. I mean, I'm not saying...
I can't believe he left someone like you.
He left someone else like me?
No, I mean you. That he left you.
Oh. Okay.
I should be more clear.
That'd be great.
But wasn't it great making fun of those who did?
It sure was.
But come on, Mom. The truth is, we have done our share of fighting.
Of course we fight. We're Italian. We like to fight. It's our way of showing love. Though I don't know if there was a lot of love that time that we...
Hi, Ma.
Give me your watch.
Being right-handed, I would slash from left to right. But from the fact that the murder weapon was dropped to the left of the victim, we can deduce that the murderer is left-handed. Notice that Gloria, like most left-handed people, wears her wristwatch on her right wrist. I don't know my own mother. Ah, here you are, Ma. I still have a couple of questions about our family history, if that's okay.
Fine. As long as you don't ask me about the...
See, Charlie liked to eat each type of fruit separately. He hated it when they were all mixed together.
Then why did you make fruit salad?
That was an argument we must have had about 1,000,000 times. But he hated cantaloupe. He said he'd rather...
Rose, we have to talk.
Forget it, Sophia. I'm not talking to you. What you did is the worst thing you've ever done to me.
Oh, come on. Worse than the time I buried...
Miles, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. Although I love you very much, I was scared of commitment. I guess in a way, I wanted to believe that Charlie was trying to contact me.
Oh, sweetheart, there's nothing to be scared of. When you're ready to wear the ring.
Ma, we got something really important to tell you.
It can wait. Dorothy, you remember Myron, don't you?
Listen, Ma, we gotta talk now.
Don't be rude, Dorothy. We have a guest. Don't you have something to say, Myron?
Dorothy, I was wondering if you would do me the honor of going out with me tomorrow night.
Well, what do you say, Dorothy?
This is it. Grandview.
Wow, I've never been to the Deep South before. Well, let's go back.
Ma, I still cannot believe what you were doing on the Interstate. It was kismet. Suddenly, we were spiritually connected soulmates.
And then you threw your underwear at me, didn't you, love?
So sue me. I just got caught up in the moment.
looking for, Blanche?
Batteries. You know, I bought one of those subliminal self-esteem tapes, but my batteries are dead.
Oh, you don't need those trendy tapes, Blanche.
Music.
I don't want any music.
Okay.
Oh no, a mirror.
Now you're getting in.
This explanation's got to be a pip.
Explanation. No, none of those. I just wanted to apologize for tonight and say I hope we can still be friends.
Sure, Blanche.
But there's something I need to know. Why don't you find me attractive?
Are you kidding? Blanche, you're one of the most attractive women I've ever met.
But 5 dates, 5 dates. You haven't laid a finger on me. You haven't tried to sleep with me once.
Sleep with you on the 5th date? Boy, talk about your fast track in the night. Better be off. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, Jerry.
Come on down here, let me buy you a drink.
Hey, no. I want to buy her a drink.
Hey, I asked her
Oh,
first.
come on, boys. I am woman enough for all of you.
This is the point in my dream where I usually wake up screaming. What are you doing here anyway, Dorothy?
Well, I tell
Now that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice one too.
Really? You don't think I'm showing too much skin?
Rose, move your thumb. Oh, and look at this one. Learn doesn't mean you can't teach.
Yes, it does.
Well, you know this stuff better than I do.
Oh, Dorothy, there you are. Dorothy, I'd like you to meet my friend Lillian. Lillian, this is my daughter, Dorothy, the director of executive training for Borealis. I think that beats your...
Rose!
Look at this. Vaseline? Bengay? Oh, wow, look at this wonderful thermometer. Ouch, stop me, I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Ma, don't take that stuff.
Come on, pussycat, they expect us to take it.